Take your position. The show is about to start.
Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to On Screen, where we discuss all things cinema all the time. Here's your hosts.
the award goes to
Joe Brunett, Joe Cuffney, and Jesse Reichenstein. Lights, camera, action.
All right, so this week we are having a little bonus episode action here. Because of yours truly, I made you guys watch an extra piece of content to make October live longer. I picked the Goosebumps episode, Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. From the 90s, one of my favorite shows. And have
watched
you guys seen
this
this
like
one?
after school? Was this your like come home watch an episode of Goosebumps?
Dude, I used to have all the VHSs, and we would just like go through them religiously. This was one I picked this one because this is the one that like I used to watch a lot. This was one of the highlights because I also feel like this is one of the more creepier ones. Like it's a kid's show, obviously, but like if you had to pick a creepier episode, this would be one of them. But,
did you ever read the books?
What's up?
Did you ever read the books?
Yeah, I definitely read the books.
Yeah.
I think of the books more than like I never watched the TV show ever. So like when I think of Goosebumps, I picture the books. So,
same. That's why I asked. I was gonna ask if you have done both. Like, do you like them both? Do you like one better than the other?
Personally, for me, I mean, I've done both. I've read the books, watched the show. I like the show better just because I'm a movie person, obviously visual person, and the theme song, you cannot beat that theme song. Best thing ever. I love that. It is great. But yeah, I mean, I do want to reread the books. It's been a while, and they're so short that I feel like I can just rip through them all. But yeah, I mean, yeah. Have you seen the show at all? I don't know if you've.
I've seen like The Mask. I've seen a handful of episodes.
Okay.
But not this one.
Okay.
This was the first time I saw Piano Lessons Can Be Murder.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a good one.
Quick question as well. With this being one of your favorites, was this because you didn't like playing piano and you wanted to like subconsciously be like, Mom, you should probably quit these?
Now that you say that, it's funny because I was taking piano lessons at the time when I was watching this. So it makes sense. But subconsciously, maybe I was thinking that. Probably. You're probably right.
All right.
Now I wish I had stuck out with piano because I do like playing the piano. I recently bought a keyboard, so trying to relearn it.
There you go.
Funny how that works.
Full circle.
So yeah, it's so funny to me for the Goosebumps show because it's obvious it's shot in Vancouver, like it's all in Vancouver, Canada. And you can tell because I don't know much about this one as much, but like the kids have like subtle accents. It's so funny. Like I think they're trying to not sound Canadian, but like they say a boot a lot throughout the show, and it's so funny. It's like I just love it because like I would say 3/4 of the actors in the show are terrible. They're really bad, but that kind of makes it fun for me. But also a lot of people like Ryan Gosling started in one of these episodes. He like started at Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin. Winston knocked something over. A lot of like big stars kind of started in Goosebumps, which is kind of cool.
I remember looking the kid up in this one because he seemed so familiar.
Yeah.
but I feel like I don't even remember what I found. I feel like he was in one other thing, like as a side character, but not
I think he was in another
anything big.
Goosebumps episode too. Like they reused the kids for sure.
Uh-huh.
Just funny.
Oh, what was it? Yeah, it was another Goosebumps. There's one other thing, but
He looks familiar, you're right? He looks just like a classic '90s like actor kid.
yeah, the '90s like blonde bowl cutish, like
Yeah. Um.
I got like there was, I mean, even though I hadn't seen it, I got like it was just it felt like nostalgic a little bit to me because this sounds weird, but like just of how like bad the like ghost animation and like a lot of like the the robot animations, like it kind of like it felt nice. Like I don't know, it's like you weren't looking at it for it to be like realistic. You were just kind of like there to just a quick 20 minutes, you know what I mean?
Right. Right. I think what I love about this show is the practical effects. Like, I mean, obviously, the ghost is not practical, but I would say this show was like all. I mean, that was my issue because like they had the new Goosebumps movies. I don't know if you've seen those. Like they came out a couple years ago. They were okay. I don't know, but they all the like creatures and like things were like CGI. It just doesn't look as good. But like these, and I just love how this is shot. It's so like '90s. It's so like raw, and it's great. I love it. The vibe. It's got like a spooky vibe, like the coloring and like the VHS style. That's what I like about it. Like nothing can capture that. Like
That's
Goosebumps.
actually a great way to like, because like I never quite know how to say it. Like when I think of something that's like just not of super high quality, like in terms of like the, but like yeah, like I'm calling it like VHS quality is probably the right way to say that. That might be why it's nostalgic to me. I don't know. It just feels like something from the '90s, which it is.
Mhm. Oh,
so
totally.
I wish like I had watched this growing up because watching it, I was like, ooh, I could tell if I watched it, it'd be super nostalgic to watch these. But because I didn't, it was like, oh, it's a
Right.
90s, like it is exactly what I thought it was. But I could tell, like, ooh, if I had watched this growing up, this would be good to throw on.
And that's what I'm curious like to hear what you guys think because like I love this because I did watch it growing up. Like this is the most nostalgic show for me like ever. Like he's a robot is a quote that me and my dad used very, very often.
He's crazy.
He's a robot. They all are. He's really lifelike, don't you think?
Yeah. Thanks for stopping.
He's a robot. But it's just like now you guys haven't really seen it like growing up, so it's just interesting to see like how it kind of, I mean, obviously it's very cheesy and kids oriented, but how it kind of holds up in a way. But I love the music aspect of this one too. Like it's the creepy Beethoven.
Yeah, that was the other thing I kind of like that stood out to me is like I every once in a while listen to the Moonlight Sonata like just cuz I think it's pretty, but like it is really creepy when you play it like over something like this. And it fit really well.
Yeah,
So,
it totally did. I love that like you kept hearing it throughout the school too.
it was like the I remember taking a class at one point on like how like in movie soundtracks each character will have a theme and they'll repeat it in different ways throughout, and I think the Moonlight Sonata was like for the like piano teacher, the ghost. So like whenever you hear that, you're supposed to like think of her subconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
But
The ending
yeah,
used to
I thought it was a good use of whoever picked that music was spot on.
It's so good. And the whole building itself is really creepy. Like it's really just like empty and I don't know. I love the vibe. Like again, with this Goosebumps thing, like they capture like just like it might just be Vancouver. I don't know. I've never been, but they capture it really well. Like it's like, I don't know. It just fits so well together. Like I feel like if this was shot nowadays, it wouldn't have that same effect. Cause like you need that kind of, what's the word? Not grainy, but like VHS quality. I mean, like we were saying earlier,
It's
like
kind of like found footage ish
yeah,
versus like the really high production. Like,
That's a good way to put it. Like, yeah, found footage, like reverse found footage, essentially.
yeah, it's like that same feeling though, where like found footage feels more just like home videos
Home video.
versus like, oh, I'm watching a Hollywood production of like, you know,
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
especially with like supernatural stuff. I feel like it's easier to like blend in the like spooky aspects and like things you can't see to like worse quality than
Mhm.
super high
Oh,
production.
totally. And one year I'm gonna go as Dr. Shriek for Halloween because that would be fun. He's creepy.
He is creepy.
Very creepy.
Your hands are precious. Precious. You must take good care of them. Don't you realize what potential you have? I will not tolerate a student who's not serious about his studies.
I feel like as a kid, like this is pretty creepy for like a kid show. Like at least this episode and the Haunted Mask, like these two, I feel like are. There's a couple episodes that are like genuinely pretty creepy. I feel like for children under 7.
But at the same time, I feel like it's not like scary in a way that I think would like. I mean, you seem like you turned out great, but like I don't think you'd like scar a kid by watching this, if you know what I mean. Like
No.
like if you showed like a kid Saw, they might see things differently. But you know, if they're watching this, like maybe it like I feel like a lot of kids might be like, oh, like I'm scared or whatever.
Mhm.
With this, they'll probably just be like, ooh, it's scary, but like it's fun, you know?
I think that's perfect too. It's what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
I would have been terrified as a kid.
Dude, this used to freak
Probably.
me out. for
I
sure.
was scarred for years off the movie Little Monsters, which like in my head was like an adult scary movie, you know, and then looking back, it's like a family comedy. I'm like,
Right.
it scarred me.
Yeah.
That
I
movie
didn't go
was
get a
creepy.
tattoo of that.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Someone's got a Goosebumps tattoo.
Shot in Wilmington.
Mm.
Oh,
Fun fact. I went to the house when I was there.
interesting.
But yeah, no, this one, there's something that creeped me out. I mean, besides the ending always freaked me out too, but like with all the hands, that was pretty cool. But like the hallway shot where the doctors were kind of like running after the kid, like how it's lit is so good. It's like green and like kind of yellow, and it's actually lit really well for the budget, I'm sure. Like I feel like the filmmaking aspect is actually pretty good. Like the technical side of things.
Beautiful hand. Beautiful hand. Beautiful. Beautiful hand.
I do love that end. Just the end shot where he's playing the piano, you know, and she's like, I guess he has to play the piano for the rest of his life for what he did.
Yeah.
But I just love that, like with the music playing, and he's just sitting there kind of like that, you like so like over exaggerating, kind of, but also being like, oh.
Yeah,
I'm like, I love this style.
Right. So do I.
Really funny.
It's really endearing, I feel like. So
Like,
over
oh,
the top.
Man, I have to play piano the rest of my life.
I'm sorry, I
would
cut
suck.
my kid's hands off.
Yeah. And then yeah, I don't know. I like the Goosebumps too because like it's always all the kids. Like there's never like an adult episode. It's always kids like centered around the child. And the parents are always like, I think we talked about this last time. They're like, oh, you're fine. There's nothing wrong. You know, there's a ghost. No, there's not. You're fine. Like when the dad, I think went in the basement and it was like the cat or something. I don't know.
Oh,
And then they wanted to like send him to get help.
Yeah. Yeah. What is with that?
I feel like everyone's just like jumping to like go to a psychiatrist.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty short episode, so there's really not much more. But I feel like
yeah.
it's just a fun little story. And I feel like what I also love about this show is how short the episodes are. They're like 18, 20 minutes, you know, and then you can just binge these. And I love that because you can just throw it on and, you know, 20 minutes is way better than like an hour and a half. So I'm about it.
Yeah, totally.
You don't need the character development. And things happen.
Just accept it.
Exactly. I mean, he plays baseball. What else do you need to know?
I do love the like pitching. Oh, but
Because I haven't had that.
pop
Like,
ball.
you
Yeah,
use that.
doing
Yeah.
playing that like the game in your head. But
Mhm.
also, I mean, maybe I know this is a separate bonus episode, but a little connection, right? His name's Jerry Hawkins. right?
Oh,
Because I just thought of that because when he throws the baseball, he goes like Hawkins back, like he says Hawkins, right? And we all know we're watching Halloween.
Frank's
I don't know what
dad?
Hawkins. Yeah,
Frank's
what's
son.
Hawkins' first name in Halloween?
Frank.
Okay, not Jerry, but
But Hawkins.
just saying, same
You-
universe.
Whoa.
A lot of same universes this month.
I never made that connection. Well,
I wonder if that was
maybe-
a tip of the hat to maybe
wait for what?
like if they tipped their hat to John Carpenter's Halloween.
I wouldn't say no because Hawkins wasn't a character until 2018.
Oh, he. Oh.
They
Oh,
they
okay,
added
this was
him.
on the newer one.
Yeah, they added him. Like he wasn't referenced in the original at all.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, that would have been cool though. I will
Well,
say.
so it's a tip of the hat the other way.
Maybe. I would
I don't
love
know.
if they did
Alright.
it just
The
because
future.
of Goosebumps. I would lose my mind. But yeah, I guess I mean I don't know. There's not much more we can talk about this one. Do you guys want to just like hop into ratings?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's rate it.
sure.
You start us off, Joe.
All right, so this is great. Love Goosebumps. Love piano lessons. Love murder. Love
Chopping
spooky-
hands off.
Love chopping hands off. This is probably one of my favorite Goosebumps episodes. It's good. It's creepy. The kid is actually a pretty good actor, unlike a lot of them. He's one of the better ones, I would say. And I think like the villains are cool. Cool little twist here and there with Dr. Toggle or Mr. Toggle. I don't know. It's hard to rate an episode, but I'm gonna go based on nostalgia factor, rewatchability, just everything. I love it. I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 8. Pitchbacks.
There you go.
Pitchbacks.
Cool.
If that's what it's called. I don't know, but
I think that is
Yeah.
what it's called.
all right, I'll take it.
I was kind of thinking about it. I was like, I kind of feel like because it's such a short episode, I want to do my rating out of 5.
Ooh, good idea.
But like, I think I'm going to arrive at the same exact place because I was for a lot of the same reasons, nostalgia. It is easy to watch. There are parts that I'm like, like they aren't like they're bad CI or
CGI.
CGI. Yeah, thank you. But still, it just works. So like, I liked it. So I would say 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10 hands.
Woo. Love it.
All right.
Jesse's like 0.
Zero's garbage. Sucked. Whatever.
That's good.
I'm gonna go with go to 7.
Love it.
I wish the nostalgic factor was there, but if I had a time machine, I'd go back and just watch Goosebumps.
Here's the thing. Here's a question for you guys. Did you kill a fly? Quick question for you guys. Would you watch other episodes? Like, are you interested in seeing other episodes or no?
I actually watched. I just let it ride. I popped it on Netflix and just let it ride for a little while. It was the sort of thing that I had on in the background once I was done with this one.
Okay.
But it was fun. I would absolutely watch more.
They're fun, man. Just throw them on while you're carving pumpkins or something, or if you're looking for something to watch.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I would never sit down by myself and watch this, but great to like throw on while you're doing Halloween stuff.
Mhm.
Or I think it could be fun too if you're with like if my nephew wanted to watch it, you're like,
Yeah.
because then you can like see how they react. But I don't think if I was ever just by myself, I'd be like pop
Just
on
like, I'm
some
gonna watch
Goosebumps
today.
before I go to bed. Get home
Totally
from
get it.
school, run in, make a little snack, maybe a bowl of cereal, go down, watch some Goosebumps.
Yeah, I do that. So. Well, cool. I mean, that's pretty solid. I'm happy we got one of these under the belt. And cool. Should we wrap this one up?
Yeah.
Wrapped it up.
Wait, I didn't slate it.
Doom, 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 doom.
Dun, 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 dun.